What a shock.
Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 2nd of December 2023. It is around about 6:30 in the morning, and today, obviously, as I said at the end of Wednesday's video, the plan for today was to go down to Surrey for Woking versus Gateshead in the National League, but that game was called off at around about 10:30, 11 o'clock yesterday morning. The plan for today is now to head up to Scotland for Motherwell versus Dundee in the Scottish Premiership, but as well, obviously, there's no absolute guarantees that that game is going to go ahead either, but if it doesn't, there is one or two alternatives on 3/4G pitches as well. Basically, given the weather, they may need a bit of good luck and the grace of God today, but nevertheless, let's get into this and I'll keep you updated with what's what as the journey goes on, and hopefully by this afternoon there'll be a game. If not, then you'll obviously be watching this and you know that I haven't seen a game, and if you don't like me, then you can laugh at me for it. Anyway, let's go. So I'm just on the train now between Newcastle and Carlisle. Obviously, ASLEF strikes are happening throughout the course of the week, and State LNER are affected, so I can't take my usual route up to Edinburgh, then across. But the good news is Motherwell are saying that the game's definitely on, so up to Fair Park we go, up the well. Right, it's taken a canny bit of time, but I am now finally in Motherwell, and obviously this week it has been a pretty big week for the channel actually, as I surpassed 1,500 subscribers, and cannot thank you guys enough for that. Obviously my personal aim is to be at 2,000 by the time this current season comes to an end, which will be on either the 25th or 26th of May. I have faith in you guys to get me there. Tell your friends, tell your dog, tell your teacher or whatever, and as well, obviously that Sunderland against Huddersfield game on Wednesday night was the second video I've had on the bounce that's got over 1,000 views, and I've had that a few times, but never 3 in a row. So again, I'm gonna leave it in the capable hands of you guys to make this a channel first today, because you're all absolute legends, and but anyway, let's talk about this afternoon's game. Motherwell are going into it in 9th place in the Scottish Premiership table, and there's no point sugarcoating it. It's 10 games without a win. Something
we need to get 3 points ideally soon, ideally today, especially given I've just done all that travelling, the bus not showing up from Gisborough, being held at Carlisle for like 2 hours or whatever it was. It would be nice and it would be very satisfying on a personal level to get a win today, but as well just important for the team as well, because the international break isn't not the international break, the winter break, sorry, isn't a million miles away, and it always feels as though every season without fail you get 2 different Motherwell teams that one either side of that winter break, one's absolute dynamite, the other's absolute shite. It seems at the minute we've got the latter of that, but we just need to get a couple of, at least a couple of wins before then, just to like boost the overall like morale around the club and around the fan base and what have you. But obviously last week was away to Celtic and managed to nab a point as the game was going into injury time, so maybe that result will have maybe lifted confidence levels a little bit, and we might see the effects of that today. But as for Dundee, they are in 7th place, obviously newly promoted back into the Scottish Premiership for this season, and going pretty well so far when you think of it that way. So they'll obviously want to get themselves into a position as soon as possible where they may obviously be in the bottom half come the split, but there's almost no realistic chance of them getting relegated. But as well, I'd say from a Motherwell perspective, obviously the Livingston against Ross County game has been called off, and so this is a chance to pull a bit further clear of Livingston, who are obviously bottom of the league, and leapfrog Ross County as well. Obviously those two would have that particular game in hand, but as I say, you'd rather have the points on the board than the games in hand. So this is really important today. Weirdly, I feel confident, but I almost don't like the fact that I'm confident. I just really hope that last minute equaliser at Parkhead last week hasn't like lured me almost into a false sense of security. But let's head on down to Fir Park and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up and Motherwell getting ready in this half as usual. They're going to be in the traditional claret and amber this afternoon, and Dundee getting ready in the distance. I think they're going to be in their like the dark bluish home strip. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match. Yeah! VAR check. We'll just get that VAR fish out of the game. It's failed its purpose big time. I mean, just look at that penalty that PSG got against Newcastle the other night. It's taken the soul out of it, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's been given, so I'm happy about it, but still, get VAR gone. Oh, that's a good tackle. That would have been a bit soft, that like. Go on. Go on. Aye, you might win the game, aye. The thing is, in recent years, they've beaten Denmark. They've got a point off. The beaten Denmark, beaten Spain.
He's offside. He's offside.
Invite too much pressure on.
Come on! Next field!
That is shocking, that.
That's your fucking full right field! Shite!
Why was he given so much space there? That's such basic stuff.
There's the fucking tackle! Same ball, Motherwell! Come on, it's one Motherwell!
Christ on the fight.
And look at that, name midfield! Look at midfield! So see that out.
Half time, Motherwell 1, Dundee 2. I'm sorry, but this is pathetic. Just obviously got off to the right start, and I thought from there, yeah, they maybe go and take a bit of control of the game, but just allowed Dundee way too much of the ball. Like just allowed them to play way too much, and the midfield absolutely non-existent. That was apparent with the second goal. The first goal, just everyone just seemed to go to sleep, just almost hoping that the linesman was going to put his flag up and things like that. It's just absolutely baffling, and ultimately it starts from the manager, because what's the system, like what's the game plan? Just so many questions that have to be asked. The creativity is absolutely non-existent. It just seems like just lumping it up almost hopelessly to Beerith, who's getting next to no support up there. So like what is the game plan? And the way this is going, I'd be honestly at this moment in time, I'd be amazed if we even got a point out of this game, because it's not good enough. It's really as simple as that. And ultimately at the minute, that last minute goal last weekend looks as though it's just papering over cracks more than anything. I thought last week, okay, maybe that's a bit of a corner being turned, but yeah, it's just one step forward, about another 10 steps back, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, well, it's still 2-1 against our loss, but we need to, like, those players need a massive kick up the arse at half time. Something needs to change. The substitutions need to be wise. It can't just be like getting to the last 15 minutes or so of the game, and if it's still 2-1, just lumping on loads of strikers and hoping for the best. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really grim so far.
What did you see? I was just there. And then I was like 10 minutes early, and I went to the ground for a hot chocolate.
Got to hit the target from there. At least make the keeper save it. Yes. Corner. What a shot.
That was good for your last team. We'll do things, enjoy.
Offside then, that's what I'm checking for. They're saying for him to push it offside. See if we just stuck out the road, that would have counted.
What a hell it's been nearly a minute. Let him make a sub. Give it. Come on! Let's go win this. Come on. That's an embarrassingly long wait. And now he's checking VAR for a possible red card. It's got yellow for someone. This guy's sending down to 10 men. Long 20 minutes ahead.
Back inside.
Oh no.
Kelly fucking claim that!
Oh no.
6 minutes of added time.
What the fuck is that?
I'm getting Celtic flashbacks, I'm not going to lie, but maybe not deserved, but I'll take it. Don't let history repeat itself.
Great play for Ollie Shaw there. Fucking won that. Put the ball in. Fucking brilliant. Aye. Also fucking
Christ, football puts you through emotions at times. Full-time Motherwell 3, Dundee 3. I think there's only one place to start with this match review, isn't it? And that is, of course, with VAR. That was the most farcical I've ever seen it, and that is saying something. I think, quite frankly, it's totally and utterly failed its purpose, and it's I don't even think it's the system as such, it's just the way it's maybe being used, just totally abused by a sheer level of incompetence, and that is the absolute cut and dry of it. I mean, the wait to see whether the second goal for Motherwell this afternoon should have counted or not was absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's no need for it to go on that long. Then it just felt as though they were just like going to VAR for just every single little thing. I mean, obviously I didn't really see what happened in terms of the red cards, but I'm just getting the feeling now that most people would far rather just go back to the way it used to be with referees and controversial decisions. Like, sometimes you might get rubbered green, sometimes you might feel a little bit hard done by, and that is maybe why like 99% of the time I will stick to like non-league and what have you, because it just gets you away from all that, and it just feels like a much more authentic experience. And like, and the Scottish Premiership up until VAR was brought in was probably like the last bastion of like that authentic experience, that sheer level of passion, because you can tell by the way the goals are celebrated now. Like there's the absolute sort of scenes, like limbs. I don't like that phrase, but whatever you want to call it, it's nowhere near what it used to be, because people are just too worried that VAR is just going to nitpick over the tiniest little thing. But in terms of the game this afternoon, yeah, feeling relieved at getting a point in the last minute, and do think you've got to give the team some credit at least. Obviously, playing like 25, maybe nearly even like half an hour with 10 men, and obviously going behind 2 minutes of normal time left. It looked as though the game was dying to death, but managed to get the ball forward one last time, played it out to Connor Wilkinson, who just absolutely smashed it into the back of the net. And yeah, you can give a bit of credit for that, but ultimately it is 11 games now without a win for Motherwell, and I think it's pretty straightforward now. Have to beat one of, if not both, of Ross County and St Johnstone in the next week. I mean, if I can get 4 points from those 2 games, I'd be relatively content with that. But that is now like a game gone by without a win for every player in the starting lineup and for every other team in the SPFL, in the Scottish Premiership. Sorry, so it is really frustrating. Something's got to change, because it's plain simple right now. Motherwell in a relegation battle. I mean, obviously 2 weeks in a row managing to snatch a point late on, but we were having a chat with a couple of mates coming out of the ground there, and it did feel as though that equaliser maybe was like papering over a few cracks a little bit, and I think we need to have a look at the squad in January. We can't say that much, and obviously over the winter break just go over like maybe what's not going right, because irrespective of the form between now and that winter break, things need addressing in that time, like a bit of a change of mindset, a bit of a change of approach maybe. Obviously I'm glad that like all that hassle I went through this morning wasn't for nothing, and we did salvage something out of the game with 10 men, but all the same, it does feel like a bit of another step in the wrong direction, a bit of a step backwards. But it is what it is. We didn't lose, and in a way maybe made amends for what happened when it came to that Celtic game at the end of September. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with my reaction to the draw for Euro 2024, which is going on at the minute. I've not checked any of it. I don't know who's in what group. But I will obviously know by tomorrow, and I'll know who I'm seeing in Frankfurt. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.